Hi y'all, Logan here with another video. Today, I got something cool to show you. This is the brand new for 2022 Lil Skelly Bones animatronic. Now, unlike the original that would be innocently swinging on his swing, this one, well, he's not playing around anymore. He crouches down to lure you into a false sense of security. And once he's got you in his grasps, man, I had a whole thing going. Once he gets you in his grasps, he pops up and scares the pants off of you. This is a crazy create item and is one that I was very excited about when I saw him, and then that excitement quickly went away when I got him. And we'll talk more about that as we get further into the video. So, this is kind of a reimagining of a very classic and a very beloved spirit character. And for the most part, they did a really good job. The costuming is pretty much the same. The face, I'm pretty sure, is exactly the same. The only difference is it's more gray when the original was yellow. And I think they did change up the eyes, as the YJ eyes were yellow instead of just white. But he does have those classic YJ styled bloodshot eyes, which look really cool on him. So instead of him being a swinger, they actually made him into a jump scare prop, which is a very interesting idea and kind of a clever way to go about this particular character. So I have him in the up position right now, as opposed to him crouching down. But he basically is huddled down and is covering his face. And he says 3 different sayings, one of which is the ever so classic, "Pray for the dead and the dead will pray for you" phrase. And then, he pops up and it's kind of a cool thing. And then towards the end, on all 3 phrases, he hums the Chopin's Funeral March tune, or the Pray for the Dead tune, whichever one you know it by most, which again is pretty cool. So the assembly, I will be very front and honest, was not easy. I actually got confused quite a bit, especially with the legs and the arms, and putting the foot blister mold into that foot in particular, because the sensor really kind of messes up the blister mold positioning. I wish they did not put the sensor there. I wish they would have put it like in the actual body or even in the hand. But no, they put it there and it just messes up the blister mold and makes it really difficult. They could have even built it in the head. They could have put it anywhere else but in the foot. It makes it very difficult. The foam padding will not keep it shape. The foam padding goes all the way up the body, and it likes to, because he moves so violently, it likes to move around, and it will deform the entire body. And the foam padding in the legs will move, and the actual feet will move. If you saw my demo video, they're both all the way off to the side. Yeah, they will do that. And they have loops to keep them in place. The loops just don't do anything. He's just kind of a pain in the ass. The head also, like with the clothes on, will not pop up all the way like it's supposed to. Like, I mean, he should be going all the way up like this, but he won't, because the hood, for whatever reason, weighs him down too much. I've tested it. If I take off the clothes, he pops up just fine. And then with the clothes on, somehow he just has trouble popping up. The actual pop up portion, I do want to show this off, is very reminiscent of our dearest old friend Jack Straw with the chain linked head. But it is supposed to be going up more, but it does not. So that is kind of an issue. The costume itself is just really interesting. You have to like slip the legs in, but it doesn't go all the way around because this is like the piece that hides everything, and the module did fall off. Again, this guy moves so, like, this is a very fast moving animatronic. It's kind of surprising. And again, yeah, so the legs have kind of a mind of their own. This little sensor is such a bitch. I hate it. It messes with the whole animatronic. I will probably move it, like, maybe into like the pelvis right here where it's more low profile, or somewhere in the rib cage, but not here. It has to go. I will probably just swap it out with another motion sensor. I'm sorry, my buddy. I like you. I think you're super dope, but your motion sensor is a pain in my ass right now. It messes up this whole foot, and it keeps dragging it around, and it messes it up. It really does. I don't think they took any account for it. The cord's too short, and it just fucks it up. So this guy went for $170, which, I mean, if he was just $150, whatever. Because, I mean, Bag of Bones was $150, which I have him. I'm doing a project with him, which I'll show you all later. But, I mean, he's like Bag of Bones, but with a little tiny bit more movement, as he has the additional head that pops up and has additional phrases. But, the assembly was not as complicated as people made it out to be. People were kind of saying this was Nightcrawler 2.0. It was not that hard. Come on, guys. Like, I have assembled Nightcrawler, and Nightcrawler is difficult. Very difficult. Nightcrawler's challenge. This, while I struggled a little bit, I will not lie. I will not be like, oh, I didn't struggle at all. No, I did. I stumbled a bit on this guy. It's nothing like Nightcrawler. For one, it does not have nearly as many parts. The part that got me the most were actually the arms. I kept screwing up the arm placement, which is so funny because I was trying to keep in mind Halloween Haunters video, and he did the same thing. So I got the positioning right because everything is labeled front. And one thing I want to note too, once you get the mechanism put into this piece right here, to take it off, you have to actually unscrew this from the base. He does move. He moves so violently, guys. The base jumps. Like, the base will actually move. You'll hear the base jump when he moves. He moves insanely fast. It's actually very impressive. He moves faster than, I think, any animatronic that I currently own. I think this is officially the fastest animatronic that I have right now. Which, count on Crazy Create, because Crazy Create does do really crazy fast animatronics. I think he moves even faster than Experiment 4, and Experiment 4 is also a very fast moving animatronic. And that says a lot. I'm just saying. That says a lot. So, I'm going to go ahead and plug him in. He does have 2 original phrases. But then he has his one... Or his 2 new phrases and one of his original phrases. Then he has IR sensor activated. Yes, he crouches down. I wish he was like sitting on a tombstone or something.
3, 2, ready or not, here I come. Da 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 da.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys hear that bass move? See if you guys can see
for the dead and the dead.
Yeah, look at that.
Pray for you. You can pray for the dead. But the dead will prey on you.
Now, I'm not sure if they got the original voice actor to reprise. Oops.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah, there you go. I see the legs like to move.
Right. Da 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 da.
I don't know if they got the original voice actor to do these phrases. It sounds pretty similar, a little different, though Little Skelly Bones was done a long time ago, but it sounds very accurate. And yeah, that's, I mean, the legs like to do weird things. It's this one in particular.
3, 2, ready or not, here I come.
And then, yep, this likes to cover itself. It's like I have to like turn it around so it can actually like. It just doesn't like me. But yeah, now you get, and that's really, it's too short for that sensor.
But the dead will prey on you.
Yeah, this little guy's pretty dope. Again, my biggest issue is really the sensor. That is the highest his head has ever gone. Look at that, guys. It finally popped up all the way. But yeah, the main issue is the sensor keeps getting snagged and pulled. And the wire, this is too short. Like, this is way too short. And this isn't even hung up. Like, because it'll pop off after a while. But yeah, like, they definitely did not take into account anything for this animatronic. And the fact that, I don't know, maybe the motion sensor shouldn't be that, like, positioned in the foot. Or maybe, like, I don't know, they should have been a little more smart about this one. But it keeps getting caught and then snagged and then pulled. So if I will keep it in the foot, I will swap this motion sensor out with a different one. Assuming that they have, like, pretty much the same plug. Because I have a bunch of CCL animatronics. And I might just take the live wires one. Because that one's really long. It just swap them out. And then put it somewhere in the body. So the legs stop getting messed with as much. Because it does affect this foot a lot more than you would think. And hopefully that'll help him run a little better. But it looks like his head's popping up a little more. I don't know if maybe it need to be loosened up. But it does not like to go up that high. It's weird. I don't know. Mine just might be a little bit of an off model. But yeah, that's Little Skelly Bones. I really don't know if I recommend him or not just yet. Because mine is having a lot of weird issues. If you have one, or if you've assembled one, or if your store has one, let me know. My store's was not moving at all. But I don't know if it just wasn't set up right. Because people are kind of overcomplicating it a little bit. So yeah, leave a comment down below if you're having trouble with yours and if yours keeps moving on its own. I definitely want to hear. But yeah, I don't know if I recommend this one. I really don't. I can't give a definitive answer yet. But yeah, I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.